Hi, Renee Flamont here. On the topic of confronting your narcissist, I've always been extremely clear and careful not to advise you to do that. I've also admitted very clearly that I did do that. The reason I advise you not to do that is because I don't know if you are in physical danger with your narcissist. I don't know their temper or if they're rageful or if they abuse you physically, and I would not want to have anyone enter into that because they're trying to confront their narcissist, because I talk about how I confronted mine. I was never in physical danger. And you might say, well, how do you know that? I think on the topic of self-preservation, I'm pretty safe. And I don't mean to say this in a braggadocious way because I'm not really proud of this at all, but I'm maniacal. I can be. If somebody comes at me or tries to hurt me, I'm not a physical person. But if somebody, I never felt in danger. Let's just say that. And I felt strong enough and maniacal enough to protect myself should that danger ever present itself. Let's just say. I wasn't afraid of that. And it turns out I gambled on that, but it turns out I was right. I never saw, he didn't even raise a hand. There was never any physical danger for me, ever, not 1 second. So, as a matter of fact, I don't think that he would hesitate if I called and told him somebody else was hurting me. I think my narcissist would show up and help me. Because, of course, that would make him feel big and strong and whatever. Not that I would do that, but you know what I mean? So I was never in physical danger, so I said everything. Now, you might say to yourself, well, there are some things I'd like to say. If you feel you can, without putting yourself in physical danger, then I'm not going to stop you or say don't do that. I don't want anyone getting struck by another human being. The thought of it, I can't even process the thought of it. I have 7 minutes on that. Like, my brother makes a joke with me that if I were ever in the CIA or whatever, they would capture me. I'd give up secrets in 2 seconds. Like, don't touch me. Don't torture me. Don't punch me. No. So, I can't even picture women that go through physical abuse. It absolutely floors me how they can handle it. So, if you are in the position that you are not in physical danger and you do want to have a chat with your narcissist, I say go for it. And the reason that I say that, now you have to be prepared for their reactions. They're going to get rageful. I've experienced rage, temper, pouting, crying, begging, pleading, leaving, hanging up, everything. So you have to be fully prepared for any reaction that you can. There's a hair on my lip. Fully prepared for any reaction that they may come back at you with. Okay, so, but the reason that I did it, and I feel good that I did, is the title of this video. I left 0 unsaid with my narcissist. 0. Nothing was left. And that gives me a sense of relief. Because I'm so, sometimes I can have rose-colored glasses, and who knows, maybe I'd be sitting here right now saying, ooh, but if I just said this, or if I just explained that, maybe he would have. We all know now, of course, that there's nothing that I could have said that you could say, I'm sorry, say it anyway if you want and you're not in physical danger, but there was nothing I was going to say or explain or sell to him as having any impact on his behavior. We all know that. I still would say it again. Because I like the feeling of having nothing else to add. I said everything in every way possible, many more times than once. So that was my when I stopped cold trying to explain, it was my realization that this was a brick wall, and that's when I had nothing else to say. It took a while, a long time, even post-breakup, before I realized it was a brick wall. And it was not only in the beginning of the narcissist research, it was well into it when I realized, the research is right. You're not going to get through to them. Nothing that I explained was going to get through to him. Nothing that I questioned was going to get through to him. I reasoned with him. I tried to teach him. I tried humor. I tried tears. I tried appealing to logic. I tried anything. That sounds like my list of trying to get out of speeding tickets. I tried humor. I tried tears. I'm not even kidding. Every time I get stopped, I get one. I never get out. I've tried everything. Humor, that's so funny. It just reminded me of that. But nothing worked because, of course, nothing was going to work, yes? So I stopped. I stopped short. I mean, I made dust blow up type stop short. And it just hit me so hard that I was spinning my wheels in the air. Once that hits you, it's hard to turn back and care enough to even try to talk to them about it again. It just became pointless. It became pointless. So we had broken up and we were months and months into the back and forth and the blah, 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 and the happen of running out and the dissipating into nothingness that we were in. And it just started to hit me. And that's when I just stopped trying to explain or talk or take his calls or listen. That's when you stop listening to the narcissist. And that's very important because the power they have over you is if you are still giving them an audience to talk to you. Because they can be charming, slick little devils, am I right? So when I realized that nothing I said is going to cause any change or affect his brain or affect his behavior or leak into his heart or make him reveal some human side, once I realized all that, it really was hard to turn back into trying to explain to him. And then, like I said, it turned into, I don't even want to listen to you. Why? Why would you want to even give your narcissist an audience to try to charm you when you know you have things to say? He's not listening to you. So he's just going to turn it around, try to ignore what you're telling him, and lay on the charm so you stop talking about it. That's what mine would do. It was a very nice tactic, he thought. But I love you. Like, he would come back with not addressing anything I said. It was just rhetoric. But I love you. I mean, don't you understand? Okay, but what about the 3 minutes of the soliloquy I just gave you? Do you have anything to say about those specific things? They don't ever come back with anything to say to your specific things, your specific complaints, or your specific questions, comments, criticisms, anything. They detest criticism, of course. They detest questions, of course. They detest anything, even if it's constructive. So leaving 0 unsaid is a very good feeling that I have for myself, but it didn't do anything at all for me with the narcissist. Do you follow what I'm saying? I'm a verbose person, as is obvious by the fact that I have this channel and I go on and on and on. It made me feel better for myself to have gotten all of that out. So whether he heeds those words or not, whether he learns from them or not, which we know or knows, these are all knows, I got it out. And if you want to exorcise that from you and say, I just want everything out on the table. I just want one last shot or 8 last shots or 20 years more of shots. And you want to just talk. You have every right to do that, provided you're not incensing him to harm you. Please, I can't say that enough because I know that that can happen. And we don't want that. And if somebody's physically harming you, I don't have to tell you what I would recommend that you do right away, right now, this second. I'm sorry. That's black and white. That's black and white. But you have a right to say everything that you want. It will unburden you. It did me. It did unburden me to explain to my narcissist everything that I had and ask him everything that I wanted to know. And I was trying to learn from him in the end. So I was really trying to explain to him and ask him, don't you understand what I'm saying to you? Blank. They're blank people. They're blank people. But be careful, go forward and proceed with caution. But you have every right to get things off your chest in any way, shape, or form that you'd like, provided you're not in danger. And it does feel good when you have nothing left. There's not one thing that I sit here and go, ooh, I wish I always said that to him. I said every single thing that was ever on my mind. And now I'm done. That's why now if a message leaks in or if a video, he sends me an email or something like this, I have zero to say. I have zero interest in saying anything. I don't want to say anything. Anything that I say at this point would be a repeat. He didn't hear me the first 1,200 times. Why is he going to hear me now? I'm done repeating, that's for sure. So if you're thinking of saying things to your narcissist, check with yourself. Have you said it before? No, you want to encapsulate one more time, see if you get a reaction. I did it. I said things 1,000 times. But it's for you that you do that. It's not going to incite change. It's not going to encourage some kind of healthy communication or conversation with you and the narcissist. It didn't in my case, but it did make me feel better. So whatever you decide, just be careful you're not in danger. But if you want to say anything you want, you go for it, girl or boy, whoever it is. Okay, chin up.